Here's a question for you. Do you think there's a mental health crisis in this country? If you said yes, you're not alone. 9 out of 10 adults think the U.S. is in a crisis, according to a new Kaiser Family Foundation poll. The opioid epidemic is near the top of the list, with more than 2/3 of people identifying it as a crisis rather than just a problem. More than half identified mental health issues among kids and teenagers as a crisis, along with severe mental illness in adults. There is good reason for people to be worried because the CDC says drug overdose deaths reached record levels in 2021, and suicide rates were back near a record high after 2 years of decline. And in 2020, mental health-related visits to emergency rooms jumped 31% among kids 12 to 17 years old.
Ooh, that really is some troubling news, but there's always hope. The American Medical Association has a few tips to keep good mental health. Those are not consuming too many media updates, especially during times of crisis, thoughtful communication through a trusted voice in the community, and create a buddy system for peer support.
Good points, and chances are if you're feeling that way, you need a break from work as well. I spoke to an expert about how a mental health day can help you stay motivated at work. Joining me is Lynn Berger for some advice. She is a career counselor and coach. Good morning, Lynn.
Good morning.
So first of all, first things first, when do you say you need to take a mental health day now?
When you're feeling not like yourself, you might be a little crabby, tired, not as pleasant as you might be. You're starting to feel some physical ailments, and everything just seems like a bit too much. And you need some perspective. And it's really important to catch it in that moment before it really works against you.
And, you know, how would you start the conversation on that with your supervisor? How do we ask for that day off work?
Well, first of all, I mean, there are things as personal days. And I think being very, clear, specific, but not, giving away, everything. Say, I need a day off. There's some things I need to take care of. And I would appreciate next Wednesday.
How many days would you say is in the acceptable range?
Well, it depends upon what's going on with you. If you feel like you're but you're tired and cranky, and there's a list of personal items that have to be done during the work week, you could do a day could feel like a dream. If you feel you might need a little bit more, I always recommend pair it with a weekend, either the Thursday or Friday or Monday and Tuesday. And personally, I always recommend that people go for a Monday, because by Monday, everything doesn't seem as dire. But if you're taking a day off at the end of the week, you're more stressed and you don't enjoy it as much.
Oh, that's a very good point. And how would you think people can make the best out of their day? I mean, sometimes it's not necessarily the best answer to just spend the day with doing nothing. So how do you think people should spend their day best so they come back to work refreshed, better prepared to tackle their day-to-day tasks?
Okay, well, I think you need to indulge yourself. And for some people, it might be going somewhere, going to a show, or getting a personal service, or going shopping. Other people, indulging yourself is sitting on the couch and not moving for 6 hours. So you have to get very clear on what it is that's going to refresh you.
All right, some very good advice. I really appreciate it. So thank you, Lynn Berger.
Thank you so much for having me.